right foot, as we say in Portuguese, with hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve. They sat in the garden in the shade of a tree and ate cakeys. 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 So he hurried with the lace and left old. Mrs. Honey took her. Mrs. Honey ran home to look at the mirror. Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Miss Jo and I hope you had an amazing Christmas with mommy and daddy, with your siblings if you do have it, with your dog, with your cat, with your bird, with your rabbit, with your turtle, whatever. Hope you had an amazing Christmas. Cause we're soon starting a new year. So please let's start 2021 full of energy, full of new ideas, because we're hoping this year it's going to be way better than 2020. Please, 2021, bring a lot of health, bring a lot of love, bring a lot of family reunions, because that's what we're needing. Fingers crossed. So let's jump now to today's story that has a lady with a hat that keeps on getting full of weird stuff. You know what story is? Mrs. Honey's hat. Let's go. Mrs. Honey had a hat. On Monday, she wore it when she took her grandson Peter to the park. She bought him bubble gum and she sat on a bench with her knitting. Peter thought, "Ooh, those feathers would make my arrows fly better." So he pulled the feathers out of the hat and his bubble gum got stuck on the brim. But Mrs. Honey didn't notice. On Tuesday, Mrs. Honey wore her hat to visit a friend. They sat in the garden in the shade of a tree and ate cakes. Some birds flew down to pick up the crumbs. "Ooh, those cherries look good," they chirped. So they flew off with them. One little bird left some eggs behind. But Mrs. Honey didn't notice. On Wednesday, Mrs. Honey spent a day on the seaside. The sun shone and the water was just right for paddling. Mrs. Honey felt very happy. Afterwards, Mrs. Honey took off her hat and sat on the sun. A hermit crab thought, that shell would make a nice new home. So he scuttled away with the shell and left some seaweed behind. But Mrs. Honey didn't notice. On Thursday, Mrs. Honey picked dandelions to make wine. It was very hard work. She took off her hat and put it on the fence. A cow in the field saw the hat on the fence. What a beautiful big buttercup, she mooed. She took a mouthful and her bell fell onto Mrs. Honey's hat. But Mrs. Honey didn't notice. On Friday, Mrs. Honey went to see an old castle. "Just look at those cobwebs," exclaimed Mrs. Honey. "This place could do with a good cleaning." A big spider dropped onto her hat. "Hurrah!" he said. "This lace will make a good, strong cobweb." So he leapt away with the lace and left all his old webs behind. But Mrs. Honey didn't notice. On Saturday, Mrs. Honey took her cat to a cat show. There were all sorts of fine cats, but she hoped hers would win the first prize. An alley cat saw Mrs. Honey's hat through the window. "That ribbon might help me to win first prize," he thought. So he pulled it from the hat and left some fish bones behind. But Mrs. Honey didn't notice. On Sunday, Mrs. Honey went to church. Everyone seemed to be staring at her. Whatever can it be? She wondered. Perhaps it's time I bought a new hat. After the service, Mrs. Honey hurried home to look at the mirror. Then she noticed the bubble gum, the eggs, the seaweed, the bell, the cobwebs, and the fish bones. Goodness, she exclaimed. I got a new hat. But she wasn't sure that she liked it. Hope you liked our story, guys. This was such a funny story, and I just hope next time Mrs. Honey notices what's happening on her hat. Just hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve. Just hope you start the year with a lot of energy, a lot of new ideas once again. Many kisses to all of you, and Happy New Year! Please put your like and subscribe to my channel and comment on my Facebook and Instagram page. What other books could Mr. read next? Till then, bye!